Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and yesterday we experimented a little bit with Silder's shader pack. Today we are messing around with Datlax's Only Water shader pack on the Hermitcraft server. Now, the thing about this shader pack, the reason it's called Only Water is because the only thing that it does is it adjusts the water in the game. And I had said, like, in theory, that's really all I want, but I'm not sure if now that I'm seeing it, I'm not sure if that's true. Because, I mean, this definitely looks better than nothing in a lot of ways. But it also looks weirder than just having, when everything is shadered, to some degree, nothing is. You don't notice the difference. But, like, it kind of seems like it stands out a little bit now. And the shader pack also might adjust the general look and feel of light around the map. It's hard to tell though. But like this feels kind of nice. At the same time, I'm noticing that the water patterns are highly regular. Like the waves here feel a lot more, I don't know, symmetrical, or like you can tell that there's like the same pattern being repeated over and over. So let's go for contrast back to the default Minecraft shader pack. So the chunks are loading slowly. The chunks all have to reload when you switch shader packs. Now, obviously, this water also has its own patterns to it and everything, and isn't that impressive in a lot of ways. But it feels like home to some degree. We're used to this. We know what Minecraft looks like, and this is clearly looking a lot like Minecraft. Shouldn't have moved, though, because that's going to mess with my ability to get a good comparison for the other shader pack. So the interesting thing about this shader pack, though, is that the waves don't seem to move the way real water moves. Or maybe real water moves this way when you're far from the shore, and I just don't get far from the shore very often. But, like, the water seems to be all going in different directions, from different directions. And I'm not sure how accurate that is. See, when you get down here, this looks pretty okay. It's just waving up and down. And that's great. You know, you got your squid under the water there. You got your reflections above the water or off the water. I love the reflections off the water. The shadows in this, just not quite sure about. Don't need mobs spawning in the middle of our little encampment here. Although they still do. I mean, this whole area is so poorly lit. Can't really act surprised. I haven't even seen how the nether looks with these shaders. Yeah, you know what? I'm having a hard time going back to the Only Water one. Although maybe if the Only Water one, if the water from the Only Water one looked more like this water, I think I might be more amenable to it. Let's go see what the nether actually looks like itself. I mean, I don't know if I really need to wander around the whole nether to get a sense of this, but just giving it a quick glance, quick look-see. Ooh, the glowing flames. The fact that they all glow, they all burn up at the same time is kind of weird. Oh, hey there, XBcrafted.
What's that?
I didn't see you there as I looked at the ground while examining something in another window.
How you doing, man? You doing all right?
I'm doing pretty well. I heard that you are doing tours of hermit bases.
Indeed I am. It's called Hermit Tours.
Wow,
it's a way to get together and hang out and see what everybody's up to, and yeah.
No, that sounds cool, and it's a lot better than the name I was going to come up with, which would have been like, walk to a hermit's base with the camera turned on after checking your hard drive to make sure you have room, and then talk to them a lot, and then maybe put a video out after editing it. Like, I don't even think editing is a word.
And I don't think YouTube would allow that long of a of a video title. So
it's a little bit excessive, you know. This isn't pre-French Revolution time. So
right.
Oh, from context
okay,
clues, you might have
there.
gathered that portal takes you to my base.
Oh, I mean, I kind of figured you were bringing me to a dungeon, but it's cool that you bring me to your base too. I mean,
we can look at a dungeon later. We've got some of those here.
All right, so what's going on, man? What do we got going on around? Ooh. Oh, geez, that goes outside.
Yeah, and I got some boats ready for us.
Oh, nice. See, look at you're so prepared.
Welcome to Red Sky Bay.
But this guy's blue.
Well, it's blue right now, but it's also
Oh.
so it's red in the morning and it's red at night. There's an old kind of poem. Some people use the word shepherd, some people use the word sailor, but red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky at morning, sailors take warning. And I don't presume to tell anyone what time it is. I want them to take delight and warning in equal parts, depending on their own assessment of the situation.
Nice. All right, so where? Oh, I
So,
just jumped. I don't know how to boat.
oh yeah, sorry. So I was gonna say we're coming out here to the mouth of the bay. Even though the portal kind of drops you off in the middle of the bay, this is where ships will eventually be able to enter.
On the dock of the bay.
I'm in the process
nice.
of dredging out a big channel here.
All the dredging.
All the dredging. It
Your
is.
cape is going nuts, by the way.
What's going nuts?
Your cape is going nuts.
Oh, does it help if I stand on under the water? Dang it. It's not better, probably.
It's just one of those boat things. I mean,
No,
All
that's
right,
cool.
so is that your big frame thing over there I'm looking at?
Yeah, I'm working on a scale model of Castle Ravenloft for a possible Halloween episode. But, the problem is if you want to record a Halloween episode in Hermitcraft, you got to do it in, September so we can edit it and have it go out, which means you got to start building it in June.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want it to be a collab, yeah, you got to
Oh,
start like 6 months sooner.
yeah. Well, if
Yeah,
so Castle Ravenloft is a famous Dungeons and Dragons set created by Tracy and Laura Hickman over 30 years ago, and it's like a Halloween D&D tradition for people to get together and play for 4 or 6 hours. And the idea is that you're invited to dinner at this vampire's castle, and because he's basically trapped in this cursed pocket dimension until someone comes along who's evil enough to replace him or powerful enough to replace him so he can be free. And so he's always looking for adventurers who he might be able to convince to take his place as king of this castle. And pretty much inevitably he's disappointed by you and decides to kill you all. And so you have to try to kill him or die.
Oh.
So I
Sounds
figured
very
that could be
Halloweenish.
good to. Yeah, it is. It is ominous. It's not very friendly, but I figured that might be fun to run the hermits through. But since it would be a 4 or 6 hour session, possibly, we want to stagger the episodes and get it recorded early.
Yeah. I mean, I count me in. If just let me know.
Oh, definitely.
I'm down.
And then this right here is our sign that says Red Sky Bay on it. I'm guessing most of your viewers can read.
Well, I mean, just in case. See, so that's an R. That's an. Oh, sorry.
No, it's
Spell it out.
important, And for those of you using the NATO phonetic alphabet, Romeo, Echo, Delta, Sierra, Kilo, Yankee, Bravo, Alpha, Yankee. We're multinational here.
Yes.
But anyway, so I got this sign set up so the ships that enter the bay can see it. And I've still got a whole bunch of
Stuff
pigs
inside
here.
there that we can go look at, or
What?
is there stuff inside the Red Sky Bay sign that we can look at, or
Yeah,
is there,
kind of. I kind of was thinking of using it as a laboratory for testing out concepts before I built them to scale. So, kind of think a holodeck from Star Trek: The Next Generation. So if you look out that window here, it's hard to see because it's tight angle, but there's a house that's actually built, modeled off of. It's right there, kind of in the corner. It's built modeled off of some options I've tested in this space, which I think I might call a Jolo deck. Oh, hey, False left me a box with a head inside and sponges. Wow, I have no idea how long that was there. Thank you, False. I haven't been up here for a while.
It's been there for like 6 months, and you're just now seeing it.
Yeah, I don't even remember doing anything nice for her. I don't know what she could possibly be thanking me for.
You were just Joe Hills. I mean, isn't that enough?
I try. I live in hope. But yeah, so that's a pretty empty space, all things considered. But the idea is I have somewhere I can set up test ideas without mobs attacking me.
No, I mean that's a good idea. It's just to have a little test area.
Yeah, so all these pigs are here because Cub Fan thought it would be funny to change my sign to say Red Sky Bay of Pigs and then build. Well, he filled the bay with all these pigs, and then he built a giant pig sculpture on top of the cube, which I've actually moved back here. I'll show you that next. We're going to kind of dart around the bay. Cause,
Yeah, no problem.
yeah, I mean, it's just everything's in no particular order around here, which is why I play Minecraft. Because everything's on a grid, and then I can put things that are dumb all over that grid. Good sense of disorder and order mingling. But yeah, so I've started moving some of the pigs that Cub Fan brought over to here, and I built a giant boat to put the pig sculpture on top of. I didn't put in the oars because I got lazy, but anyway, you can actually go up inside the pig, and I added some windows to it to make it more of a tourist attraction. Like Red Sky Bay.
And I am a tourist.
Yeah, you are a tourist. You might. I don't know if people actually stop by here when they fly over, or if this is just flyover country. But I kind of envisioned that because Red Sky Bay is so close to the community area, I wanted it to be something that when people flew over it, there'd be cool stuff for them to see. And stealing Cub Fan's giant pig sculpture that he gave me and moving it into a giant boat seemed like something worth seeing. So yeah, you can look out the windows and see all the little pigs in the bay and their boats and just, something kind of neat.
It's like they're all just like staring at the giant pig, worshiping it or something.
Yeah, and speaking of things to stare at, I've actually got something else that I was thinking about moving all the pigs over to, but I got it's so time consuming just moving those little boats around that I'm probably going to leave them where they are. But yeah, if you want to follow me to the south end of the bay, I'm kind of building things around the bay. It's a closed body of water. We've already visited the mouth of it, but I wanted to kind of get one or two builds throughout different parts of it so people don't think that area is unclaimed. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So, this is a drive-in movie or a boat-in movie screen I've just finished actually in my last episode. And what I can do is I can... when I went on my trip to NASA, like last week, I got a ton of footage from that, and I wanted to have a space where I could just set up and record, like, the Minecraft Tonight going over the screen, while in post-production, I project the video from my trip and do, like, a voiceover and talk about the trip.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I'm going to be working on that some this weekend. I'm excited about that. So right now the screen doesn't do much. In fact, it'll never do much until post-production because there's no way to project stuff in Minecraft. But,
It's that YouTube magic, man. That's what it's all about.
Exactly. So yeah, if you wanted to like sit there and add something in Final Cut Pro or Avid or whatever you use later, you're always welcome to swing by Red Sky Bay and film a blank screen.
Use the giant movie screen.
Yeah. In the past, I've used a painting inside of a house as like a television the same way, but this just kind of felt more epic, that you can see many of the things we've already visited on. We're at the little green era.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see how big that castle is to the north there.
Oh, yeah.
The footprint of that.
That's pretty dang big.
And the pig there is pretty big. Oh, I've actually got the drive-in movie screen map I need to put back on there. But yeah, there we go.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's a pretty decent space with a lot of room to grow. Because, we do about 12 to 18 months a season. And I wanted to have room for a few big projects.
Oh, and you got like is that a claimed mushroom island over there?
No, that's the games area. That's just adjacent.
Ah.
So, like I said, my stuff is going to be pretty close to a lot of other people's stuff. So I wanted to make sure that it was, I have some good stuff for them to see when they fly past. So if you want to come this way, you can see the Death House.
Death House, huh?
The Death House. So, this is also a Dungeons & Dragons house or building. This one was created by Chris Perkins as kind of a introductory adventure for people who were gonna play the Ravenloft Castle, so they could come through this kind of house where a baby has been captured by a monster and have to fight off various things inside of it. So when we actually play the game, there's not going to be like, I'm not going to use like creepers or skeletons from Minecraft as the monsters. I'll probably just have like banners that'll be like, okay, there's a vampire here or a skeleton there, you know, that sort of thing. And then players would kind of stand wherever they'd be standing in the game, and kind of theater of the mind mixed with weird Minecraft surroundings. So we'd basically be using this setting like the graph paper in a normal game, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I'm familiar with like the idea of Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. So
yeah, this house is not finished, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've never actually played it, but I'm familiar with the idea.
Gotcha. Well, part of the point of this adventure, as created by Perkins, was to introduce people to the concepts of the game. So the idea is that you would play this one, which is a much shorter adventure, before we did the big castle. Like, we could possibly do this one next month, is what I'm hoping. Just so that people have a chance to kind of acclimate and think about, like, oh, what did I do wrong, or what worked well for my video, what didn't. Before they commit to a big 4 to 6 hour session, they can also see, like, oh, I saw Will's Night and XB play that Death House, and it worked really well for them. I want to do that for my channel. And so we'll do the big Halloween series over here, hopefully.
Nice.
So you can just
so
hop
it's all
out
about like collab-y kind of getting the community together kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. And since the Death House is designed to be run, and Ravenloft too, with like 4 to 6 players, if we have like 8 people that want to do it to 10 people, what I can even do is run both adventures twice. And then, so like different people might make different choices, and you could get some cool options there for the viewers where like, they might not necessarily watch everybody's point of view for everything, but kind of like UHC, there's going to be to some degree, a last man standing element, at least to the castle. The Death House is a lot friendlier, all things considered. But, yeah, I mean, once you get into this castle here, you might have somebody who just gets killed, like, 20 minutes in, whereas somebody else makes it 3.5 hours, you know?
Yeah.
So
this is going to be huge. Like, is this the full height of it, or is it going taller?
This is the outer wall. The actual castle towers will go up to the build limit.
Jeez.
Yeah. This is the castle will be like down in there where the trees are. It has a massive courtyard around it, which is basically what I'm constraining around with this structure.
Trying to just take it all. I mean, it's a massive area. Like, I thought my area was, fairly big, but this place is like, you can't even see from one side to the other, your place.
No, not at all. And like, I was hoping at some point to get some actual like ships built in the bay too, but the existing the Death House project and this castle have taken a lot of my time.
I bet. Yeah, this looks. Yeah, this is. I avoid massive projects like this, and when I see other people do them, I'm blown away. I wish you the best of luck with your castle.
Thank you.
And I thank you for the tour, and my people thank you for the tour. If you guys are not subscribed to Joe Hills, the link is down in the description. Go tell him hi. Tell him I sent you. Get some all guys in his chat, or in his chat, in his comments. Let him know I sent you. Thank you for the tour, man.
Thanks so much for coming out.
All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode, and we'll see y'all next time.
Keep adventuring. Today's video was mid-roll ad-free thanks to the patronage of Doughboy91. So I'm going to read a little poem. Chalk plainly crumbles, smashes to dust, like a sculpture, plastered tumbling to the ground, breaking and making as it passes over the pavement, busted in a vaguely personal way. So thank you again to Doughboy91. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.